morning, good afternoon, good evening. Government's role is first and foremost to create the environment where everyone can prosper through hard work and the exercise of their talents. And their supplementary role is to make sure that no one gets left behind, especially those who would otherwise be left behind for no fault of their own. Understanding that is important. But when you have got a government that is corrupt, incompetent, and utterly useless, they think they can retain their power and their iron grip on power by making everybody beholden to them. This is the problem with our failed political system. Zanu PF has never allowed the ordinary people to get on with their lives. Margaret Longo stated this very clearly. And I think any thinking Zimbabwean out there would know that that is the truth.
They have wrong priorities, especially the current government. How can you go and build an airport which services a few people, and the majority are the elite and the so-called investors? Look at the rural. I made you come to interview me because I wanted you to have the experience of the roads that we are using. If we go today to our hospital there, you feel pity with that's a hospital in a rural area. If we go to our clinic, you feel pity. We have no piped water here. Do you know the reason why the rural people vote for Zanu PF? One, they're intimidated. Two, the policy is that the rural people should remain poor and subservient to the government. They should remain poor, because if they remain poor, they continue singing the song for their master. This is why these people have been impoverished. It's for a reason. Because at the moment, if you economic empower these people, they'll go out of hand. Zanu PF will never have control over them.
That cannot be denied. What we have seen in Zanu PF is a situation where the regime has sought to consolidate its power by making sure that the ordinary people are dependent on the regime. Zanu PF has never allowed the people to get on with their lives, especially those in the rural areas. And we have found this happening over and over again. And we cannot deny that this is a serious problem, because it is a serious problem. Zanu PF has failed to deliver, to make the people prosperous. And so we find ourselves in a situation where This is the reality on the ground. This is a photograph of some rural school. These parents, this is what the government has provided for them. They are in no position to provide a better facility for their children. And so this is end of the year. And you've got to ask yourself, what have these children learned in the whole academic year in that environment? The answer is very little. And come January, they will be expected to go on to the next grade. And so on and so forth. So it is not surprising that we find sometimes individuals who have gone through the formal education in Zimbabwe for 7 years, 11 years, some of them, up to Form 4, and yet they can hardly read and write. Zanu PF has kept their parents in poverty for its political reasons, and then the regime is failing to provide for all their needs. Handouts have become the norm in Zimbabwe. Where the people think that receiving from Zanu PF handouts is the way forward. It's not. The regime has been very good at giving out handouts during election campaigns and during Christmas without ever economically empowering those people. And unfortunately, some of the people have fallen for the trap and now think government is doing its job.
Tirimo mu State House titodya chicken in
Kule.
kudya kwako kwakaprofitwa kare nababa John ndokudya kwakanzi sapatina kudya kwakanaka kudya kundirozi tiripo paState House unogona kutofa usina kumbosvika paState House
Kutosunungurwa izvozvo kubva.
asi siripo takatotsika mota dzese dzakuona iState House ndopatiri pamba penyika kunamata kwakanaka chipostori chakanaka sapatina tichidya zvedu kudya kwakanaka tiri kutodya pamasowe panapa but tiri kudya nyama imi mukwenyu hazviko asi tiri pano pamasowe paState House nhasi ndo patiri kunamatira nhasi tiri kudya nyama namata mwari uyu akanaka baba Johani wakauya nechinamato ichi kuvanhu vatema wakagona nokuti zvaitwa nevarungu chete asi nhasi uno tisu tiri kuzviita vana vabvudze popi hatina matei wakomana.
Government's role is first and foremost to create an environment where everyone can prosper through hard work and the exercise of their talent. Its second role is to assist those who will otherwise be left behind, particularly for no fault of their own. But when we have a regime that has taken its role to mean denying people the very opportunity to do something for themselves, you know you're in trouble. Zanu PF has denied, particularly the rural people, the right to own even a few acres on which their mud hut is built. The rationale for it is very simple. If you let the people have title deeds to even a few acres of the land on which they live, they will build for themselves a better house. They will improve the land by planting fruit trees, digging wells, and otherwise looking after it. Zanu PF did not want to do that because the regime reasoned. If you give these people economic empowerment, they will exercise political empowerment too. You will not stop them. You will not be able to bully somebody to attend your rallies and vote for them. You will not be able to buy them seed, 5 kgs of seed, give them a bag of mealie meal, etc., to buy their support during elections. And therefore, Zanu PF will lose his control over them. And for that reason, Zanu PF has stubbornly refused to give people in the rural areas title deeds. And this is why in this, the 21st century, we still have millions of our people living in a structure like that. We still have millions of our young people going to a school like this. Zimbabwe's independence is totally meaningless until we empower the ordinary people. And those of us who think that they have escaped the poverty trap, they're very much mistaken. Because when millions of your fellow citizens are living in abject poverty, they will drag the whole nation into the gutter with them. The fight here is for the so-called intellectuals out there to demand that government should let go of its strangling control over the rural people. Give them the title deeds to the land for Pete's sake. And let them, through their own effort, lift themselves out of poverty. It is intolerable that government should be the one keeping millions of our people in abject poverty for selfish political gain.